Justin, thank you very much. We're going to chat about your runners on Saturday at Hollywood Bets Durbanville. I know you've got a full card and some lovely runners at that as well. We're going to start in race number 1 where you've got 3 runners. We'll start with number 2, Okavango. He's a 3-year-old bay gelding, son of Master of My Fate. And I see JP van der Merwe has been booked to ride.
Yeah, look, he hasn't had a grass gallop in quite a long time. So we'll probably use this to bring him on. His horse maybe over a little bit further. I think it'd be a better horse when we get to Kenworth in the long running.
2 horses that haven't been blessed with draws. We'll start with number 10, Audible. Grant Fanica gets the ride for you. I thought fair 2 first runs to date.
Yeah, look, I think we'll use this race as another prep. So we'll tuck him in from that bad draw. Also a horse that I think the long run in at Kenworth, and we're just using this race as a stepping stone.
And a horse that I think we'll see some improvements as well when he gets back to Hollywood Bets Kenilworth is number 11, Secret Passage. Gavin Larena, good to have him in town.
Yeah, very much so, and he's quite a strong horse at home. We'll use this also as another come-on race from that draw. Also a horse that he could easily run in the money here, but here's a horse that I certainly will look at gelding after this race.
First leg of the pie pot will be race number 2 off at 12:35. Let's chat about number 4, Hay Fever. Gavin Larena gets the ride. Unplaced over 1,200 meters, but I'm sure we'll see bigger and better improvement now stepping up to 14.
Yeah, very much so. I've especially with the jockey upgrade, blinkers. I'm going to put blinkers on, and I think you could see a big improvement. But she's just not putting it together at home. But she will, but just taking her time. And as I said, I'm going to put the scoops on just to get her a little bit more encouragement. And I think you can expect a better race. But I think you need a better race to then be confident on how she'll run next time. So I think it's one for punters to watch.
A filly that is very easy on the eyes, number 8, Warbird. Joshua Solomons gets the ride. There's no pressure from your side.
Did you look at the owners? Okay, very clever. My wife will love the compliment. Yes, showing nothing at home. Hoping for improvement. Certainly a horse that I think will come as we go further, will definitely improve. But very unconscious. A horse when the handicaps come out, maybe one to follow a little bit later.
Fantastic. And then number 9, Sheffield Beach in the same race. JP van der Merwe gets the ride. I see finished 8th on debut. Draw's not going to help her though.
No. And to be honest, she's not showing me much at home at all. We'll use this as another race to bring her on and see how, hopefully, there's nothing like a good blow in a race, and I'm just hoping that gets her on the step forward.
First leg of the PA, race 3 goes off at 1:10, Justin. A horse that I really think could be some value on Saturday is number 1, Dawn's Early Flight. JP van der Merwe gets the ride. I happened to spend some time watching that first run, and I like the way the horse was staying on towards the end.
Very much so, and he's made some improvements at home. Out of all these horses that have had 1 runs, I agree with you. I think he's the one that could easily, just because he's a simple horse. There's nothing flash about him, nothing complicated. And from that draw, I think he could definitely make a step up and run a creditable race.
What can you tell us about number 5, Express Yourself? I see he's been rested and gelded, and Grant Fanica gets the ride for you.
Yeah, a horse that's absolutely done my head in at home. He just doesn't want to go forward. He's got his head in the air, he's doing it all wrong. Huge ability, but could be, I'm hoping he's not that horse that just never turns out to be much, because he's got it all. He's got all the gears, he's got the looks. I think just throw him in. And every time this horse runs, throw him into everything, because there's got to be something there. And I'm really doing a lot at home to find some ability there. But as I said, with Grant on, it certainly helps. Half decent draw, just put him in everything.
And then Nick's got another one with number 7, What a Gain. I know Sean Veal, a man that you've spoken highly of in the past. He does some good work for you back at home.
For sure. He was a horse that was bought because he's obviously Durdegain's brother. But we can't all be talented. So I'm hoping. I don't think there's going to be much improvement for this run. I think he's going to run a similar race. But as we get going and eventually 2,000 meters, hopefully he'll win a race one day.
First leg of the pick 6 race 4 at 13:45. I think you're quite strong here, Justin. Let's chat about number 2, Navy Strength. A decent run last time out behind Stable Companion. It's not going to be easy with that weight of 61.5, but he's got to have a chance in a small field.
Yeah, look, he's in no man's land. You put him in a race that's too strong, you put him in a lower race, he carries too much weight. He's just that horse that is in that. But in saying that, last time out, It was a big effort. You watch the replays, it was a good effort. Certainly a horse that could win this race. If there are a couple of horses that everyone fancies, he's dropped in division. A horse that you do not leave this out of any of your bets. He could finish right there.
A horse that I think will open up favourites, number 3, Damio. Good to see that you've had a winner for the owners during the course of the week. Richard Ferrie gets the ride. He's progressive, Justin.
He is, but he's going to have to progress quite quickly. He's gone up quite a bit on his last run. Yes, we expect a good run. He's a good stay, gallant. He goes to the front, and he's a hard fighter. So this is the step up. He'll go from this. If he can win a race like this, he'll go straight into all those staying races where he'll come in with a low weight.
Justin, you've also got number 5, Give Me More Time. Sean Veal gets the ride. He's done nothing wrong through his career.
No, look, he's turned out to be actually a real lovely horse for the guys to own. Doing well at home. I just do what he's up into this sort of divisions, not the easiest. These are proper hard knockers, but give him his due. He deserves to be there. Let's hope for a good positive run from him.
Then we go to the first jackpot, race 5 at 14.25. I did the race card on Monday and I made this a banker. You can tell me if I'm wrong. Number 6, Courtly, Richard Ferrie gets the ride. I just like the way he's been progressing of late.
Very much so. Don't know if this is quite a jump in the distance. I've gone quite quickly, but he's built for it. He's a tough act of war, and we've had such fun with him. The previous horse that we owned with the partner was Machete Man, and he's quite similar. So I think he'll run a big race. I haven't seen all the form of the runners, but he's certainly a horse that I'd respect here, definitely. I could be one of the better bets on the card.
Lovely. Then race number 6 off at 3 o'clock. It is the Celebrating Cape Racing Chairman Greg Bortz's birthday. It's a class 4. You would love to win with Lickety Split, I'm sure. But we'll chat about number 1, Lady Springfield. I thought she won a good race last time. Anthony Andrews gets the ride.
Yes, a step up in a class, obviously from a maiden win, but doing really well at home. And it's just something about them. When these young horses stay well, they can easily go through the divisions a bit. So I'd give her a good chance. Yes, Greg's 40th on Saturday. So really hope we can have a winner. Lickety Split's in great form. She's ready for a big run, so I give her a good shot on Saturday.
Okay, so we do need to include both horses there. Race 7 goes off at 15.35, Justin. Start of jackpot soon. It's a cracking race because I think we'll see some of these fillies in some of the features later on. You got number 1, Beware the Bomb. Grand Fanica gets the ride. She won a super race last time.
Look, very smart filly, huh? I'm not going to lie. This filly can run. I'm trying to see if she's a filly for the features coming early. The 3-year-old fillies features hit early. I don't want to really go in there offer as a one-time winner, but I think a lot of trainers are thinking the same. They've got a filly that might be that filly. Giving her the opportunity on Saturday, but I'll just monitor the track conditions and that. This one draw does lean me into running her. It's not a filly I want to race here too much. If I run her, then certainly huge respect and a filly that I rate. But obviously the track conditions do worry me a little bit. The last thing I want to do is run a horse for the big season too many times here. So I'll play it as we go.
Were you disappointed with Eureka Diamond last time at all?
Yeah, very surprised. But it hadn't had a gallop into a mile. Maybe that was the reason. Back to a 1400. Let's see. She did win in soft ground, which does always worry me. And it's certainly not going to be soft ground on Saturday. So she needs a run to get us confidence back.
Talk about cracking racing. The 8th race, 4:10 is the off time. Advise all punters to be tuned in. A race that you've saved. Thanks very much, Justin. Let's talk about number 1, Underworld. JP van der Merwe gets the ride. He could be a surprise package.
Yeah, it seemed Justin was adamant this race had to happen. I think he's a one-stripe fan because it's all been laid out for this horse. It reminds me of the days of Charles Dickens. It looks like we're going down that same. I hope no, I wouldn't like to be taking on Charles Dickens again. So it looks like that's the road, and there's a lot of talk about this horse. It's how good it is. So Snow Pilot, unfortunately, has not galloped. He's 50% ready. I do think MJ needs to do some work on Saturday when the horses are weighed, and that'll give the punters an idea of where we are. Unfortunately, I think as soon as they can get him weighed, you'll know where we are and how fit he is. Unfortunately, as I said, there's been no grass gallops. He's coming. The last time he was on the grass was obviously in the Durban season. I've done as much as I can sort of at home. And you just can't give away a graduation with a horse with a rating like this. So we're just hoping for a positive run for the season.
Talking about Underworld quickly, I mean, punters that want to structure quartets at a big price, I'd imagine he's going to be a big price. Must they chuck him in?
Definitely. Do not leave this horse out. Was sick in the Natal season. I trained him shockingly, brought him out. There was nothing to run him in. I ran him in a 5 furlong. Then I thought I'd give him another come-on run from a bad draw here. But the power of the shorts, unfortunately, got caught 3 wide. And the horse he still ran 4 lengths back. Dark horse of the race, and just has a bit of fitness about him. So I'd be careful in this race, but as I said, everything seems to be pointing to the next Charles Dickens. So I love that. Let's see if we can upset.
The last of your runners comes up in race 9. Again, I think you've got potential chances, Justin. Number 2's Handsome Prince. Grant van Niekerk gets the ride. He's a lovely looking horse, this.
Very, very nice horse. Not the ideal race, but take the draw. A beautiful draw with a horse like that, I can just bring him on. Punters follow him. He is a horse that I don't think he's a Dermville type horse. He's huge, but I need to get him ready for the season, and just a horse to follow. Certainly one of my better 3-year-old sprinters that I train.
A horse that did very well in KwaZulu-Natal was number 7, Impact Investor. He's been rested and gelded.
Yeah, hasn't grown. Lots of cheap speed. He's very, very aggressive. I'm hoping the gelding I'm hoping I can give him a chance in the race and bring him on, but he hasn't grown an inch. And I'm just hoping for something positive to bring him on into the season. But as I said, he has not been on the grass either. And I'm just hoping it's a race that brings him on.
You've got a lot of followers out there, Justin. They want to know. They're going to take their pick sixes, their bar pots, their PAs. 2 horses from your yard. Would you agree with me, Courtly and perhaps Damien?
Yeah, it's a hard one, eh? It's going to be hard. It's not clear cuts on Saturday. There's some good runners out there. It's not going to be easy, but like you're saying, Courtly 2000, not the strongest race. I'd rather go with, and he ran second last time. Richard up. He's got to be the right one for the day.
Thank you for your time.
Awesome, thank you.